Good morning, everybody. Why should we become heavenly travel messiahs? Why must we succeed in this mission? Because it is a blessed family's essence, attitude toward life, and their worldview. Then what should we do? We must form a trinity and multiply blessed families. This is the identity of Heavenly Parents' holy community. It would be possible to have home churches and accomplish the mission of Heavenly Travel Messiahs only through the multiplication of blessed families. Then what is the base root for multiplying blessed families? It is the Trinity. What is the root for home church? What is the root for Heavenly Travel Messiahship? It is the Trinity. We can also call this a home group. Then, how is the Trinity made? The face of a blessed family is invisible to our eyes. So, what is visible then? The beauty and expansion of a Trinity. How do we build a Trinity? Generally, the easiest and the quickest way is either oneself or first choose 3 individuals within your local church and your community. This is easiest, but this all comes with a high risk of falling apart when things get difficult for individuals within a Trinity. Also, there is a limit to how much you can multiply. According to my experience, many people cannot manage when they reach 30 to 40 people. To counter this, you must have a ceaseless devotion. Ceaseless devotion and prayer and love. Yes. The second method is to build a system centered on the logic of organization. This method is often used in the large Korean church or the Japanese church. It is also used in large companies. Members who join through the organizational system with their own experience can rise over time goes by. This system may lose its freshness and creativity and will likely become mechanical. In the end, the situation may occur in which the empty system may remain. You must instill it with spiritual inspiration and new strength. The best method is to follow Trinities way, like cell tissue. This phase leads to the vitalization of Trinity groups, which is in accord with the principle of creation. True Ference said that all groups must act like a human being cell tissues. Cells multiply according to the law of Heavenly Parents' principle of creation. Therefore, home churches or Heavenly Travel Messiah must also form Trinities and progress through the principle of creation. What is the principal way of multiplication? Centering on True Parents, 3 core families multiply to the numbers 12, 36, 72, 120, and 430. This is the multiplication of the Trinity. Hence, the Trinity is the essence to survival and reproduction. It is the cause and result. It is the cause and the result of heavenly tribal messiahship and home church. Truferen's blessing method was to have all blessed families group into Trinity and live together. Today, what is the situation regarding the blessing of 430 families? Even if we have to start right now, we must form home group with our Trinities. The Trinities made by Truferens have an indispensable indemnity in identity. The Trinities we form for our heavenly tribal messiahship must be sought out on our own despite difficult to make a strategic Trinity. However, this is not an easy phase. I believe that it was the same during Truferen's ministry. If earlier members of the Trinities become best friends with each other, they would have advanced quickly in witness, but Truferens reprimanded them for failing to do so. Then what should we do now? Building a Trinity home group is quite different from making a team at your work or in a society. It is not just a group made for the sake of building its organizations. It is a training. It's a training to develop unite between God and others. We must train ourselves because it is not easy to do. Before thinking of others, you should be asking yourself first, do we have a Trinity in our own family? Ask it first. Do you have a Trinity in our own family? However, even if a couple is unable to unite as one, you must achieve a Trinity according to Truferen's teaching. That is why I urge members who do not come to church as couples to the first make a Trinity at church, then bring it back to the family. Our churches, some members consider Trinity as the training, so every 3 months they would switch Trinities. Truferens said that Trinity are the life of Heavenly Parents' holy community. It is the essence of our organization. Therefore, the Trinity needs to lead your home church. You should not do it alone. The Trinity must begin the home church jointly. Thus, a Trinity must unite first in order to build a healthy home church. This is the fast to a successful heavenly tribal messiahship that will multiply from 3 to 30 and 300 and 3,000 and 30,000 people. A Trinity is a life training course. Trinity is a life training course to achieve individual perfection. You do not make a Trinity with only people you like. It is the practice of becoming one with those who have different personalities and behavior types. However, when you achieve unity, an amazing growth occurs. When natural multiplication occurs out of this unity, it is normal and principled. We must unite with our Trinity to receive heaven's power and ability. Amazing testimonies can come from activity developing Trinities because of the unite in the Trinity. Miraculous events can take place that could not take place with just 2 or 3 people. The Bible says a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Whereas 2 strands, if 3 people cannot unite, the group will break apart. The reason our church activities have not had enough success is because there is no Trinity system. Whether you live or die, you must do your best to unite as one. Even Jesus died on the cross because his 3 disciples could not unite and pray as one. You must understand that you cannot establish the ring of tribe without the number 3 as basis. Okay, what is Hyojung? What is Hyojung? Hyojung cannot be done alone. Rather, it manifests when 3 people unite centering on Trinity. Heavenly tribal messiahs are Hyojung messiahs. They are messiahs of love. When we ascend and enter heaven, we cannot testify a life of Hyojung if our Trinity cannot enter together. Trinities are necessary not only for the best family. All humankind must be connected through the Trinities to build unified Chan-Il group. So, the Trinity is the essence of human relationships in our lives. For the next time, for the next few months, you should strive to build the Trinity system. Yeah. You should try to build the Trinity system. And then we meet again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you again.